All I ever dream about is to handle guns, wear military uniform, fight for my country. I love my wife so much, but I just have to chase my dream." Jude and Nina had been married for 4 years. Through thick and thin, Nina had stood by him, especially during his long struggle to find a stable job. Jude was a disciplined, focused man whose biggest dream was to serve in the military. 4 years. He applied and failed, until one day the letter came. He had been accepted. Jude was over the moon. But Nina, she wasn't. She smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. "So you'll just leave me here alone?" she asked softly. "It's for us, Nina," he said, holding her hands. "Our future. You know how much this means to me." She nodded. She accepted her fate. But in her heart, she had other plans. Months passed. Jude was deployed to the north. Life was tough, but he was proud to wear his uniform. He'd send Nina money faithfully, along with letters and voice notes. But her replies became shorter, colder, and more distant. She stopped picking his calls. She never said, "I miss you," anymore. Something had changed. Back home, Nina had changed the locks, changed her look, and changed her heart. She started bringing men to the house Jude built with his sweat. One of them stayed more often than the others, a tall, flashy man named Kelvin. Soon, Kelvin became a regular visitor. The neighbors noticed, but no one dared speak. One evening, after a long patrol, Jude sat under the stars reading a letter from home. It wasn't a love letter. It was the end. "Jude, I'm tired of pretending. I've moved on. This marriage is over. I'm sorry, but we both deserve to be happy. I'll take the house. You have your military now. Goodbye. Nina." He read it twice. Then he folded it gently and placed it in his pocket. What Nina didn't know was, Jude had been watching her move from afar. He'd noticed the change long ago. So before leaving for duty, he'd done something smart. Quietly, without drama, he had transferred all his savings, and even the house ownership, into his mother's name. The day Nina took Kelvin to the bank to access Jude's funds, they told her she had no legal right to the account. She stormed home and began packing, hoping to sell the house instead. But the next day, a court letter came. The house no longer belonged to Jude. It belonged to Mama Jude. Nina screamed. Her plans crumbled. Kelvin left her, calling her a useless woman who couldn't even secure one man's property. She lost everything. And Jude? He came home 1 year later, stronger, prouder, and wiser. When he saw her at the gate, begging, crying, asking for forgiveness, he simply said, "You weren't the woman I needed while chasing my dream. You won't be the woman I need now that I've caught it." And with that, he walked into his mother's house, smiling at the woman who had never betrayed him. Moral of the story: never betray someone who's building a future for you behind the scenes. You may burn a bridge that leads to your own destiny. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more interesting stories.